Fuck. I heard YouTube is allowing swearing at the beginning of videos now, so I'm testing it out. Piss, shit, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits. Classic George Carlin bit there. That should be enough to test it.
Are you sure it's here?
It was.
Do you think it swam away?
How do the gems track down gem monsters? Someone is gonna say future vision as an answer, but that's not how that works. Garnet isn't omniscient. If the answer is actually future vision, that answer doesn't make anything make any more sense, and it brings up even more questions about future vision.
Whoa.
This is a weird reaction. Steven can see the ocean from his window. It would make more sense if he turned around and had this reaction to the island itself.
Can I warp us back?
All right.
Yes.
I have to give praise again to how the warp system works despite not being explained. Activating the warp is one of those gem powers that's universal. There's no guidebook or ritual they have to perform. Here, Steven can just feel it out and he'll go where he wants to go. It happens so much in the show, it's not even worth questioning. It's just a fact of life. An obvious reference to the movie and book The Fly, where the scientist uses a teleporter along with a fly and gets merged with it. I've never seen the movie, but it's been parodied so many times by so many different media that I don't think I even have to.
Can I warp us there?
We're going underwater.
And you do need air to breathe.
Now we have confirmation that gems don't need food or sleep or even air to survive. Steven does, though, being half human.
I'm the warp master!
That's nice, Steven.
I'm gonna start doing this. Every time I go into a public space, I'm gonna shout, "I'm the Source Master!" for everyone to hear. How long do you think I can keep that up before people start calling the police?
And you could get fired!
Who cares? I'm sick of this place.
Why doesn't Lars get fired? Right, there's no manager here. Who pays them then? I have more questions about how the big donut works than how warp pads work. That's actually impressive. This episode is full of these weird side mouth drawings, and if you pause on the right frame, it looks like Sadie has a chimpanzee face. This is one of those stinking corpse lilies. That's actually what it's called. They grow in Indonesia, so that's where this island is. There's a billion tiny uninhabited islands there, so take your pick. I do wonder what this island is for, though. What are all these giant geodes? It's an important enough location for a warp pad, meaning it was important for gems when there was still a colony. Little details like Sadie taking off her jacket are nice clues to tell you about the setting. It's gotta be hot. She took it off almost immediately, right around the same time she hid the warp pad.
It's a beach. We live on a beach.
It's a magical beach!
Is that why my phone has no reception?
No cell towers because no civilization? Wait, are there any cell towers near Beach City? I guess you could put an antenna on the water tower. Could you hypothetically transmit radio signals through warp pads? Food for thought.
Okay, where is it?
What?
The teleporter thing. Where is it?
So Sadie hides the warp pad, which traps them all on this island for, like, at least a week. I'll count in just a sec. But it seems like they don't search for it at all during that time. It's not that well hidden. If they spent more than just this scene looking for it, they would have found it in a day, maybe two at most. I think the timescale in this episode is all wrong for a few reasons.
Oh, it wouldn't disappear, would it?
Could you call this foreshadowing? Is it foreshadowing the invisible monster? I'd say so. It gets introduced and resolved in the same episode. I try to be careful when calling things foreshadowing when it might not actually be foreshadowing. I'll have a rant or even a whole video about that at some point.
It's okay. The gems will come save us when they see I'm missing. Eventually.
First of all, Steven's voice sounds deeper in this episode, just a tiny bit. I might be crazy though. Second, this is one of my points on the time scale. The whole time they're stuck on this island, the gems don't come looking for them. If Greg or Sadie's mom or Lars's parents say that their kid is missing, there will be a lot of fingers pointed at the gems. It's probably the least believable part of this episode.
I found these rocks that look like pillows!
Huh, good job, Steven.
My rock's too close to those other rocks.
Who said that rock is yours? You don't get to claim a rock without asking first.
I could do without the audio commentary.
Alright, sorry guys, I guess I gotta wrap it up here. Video's over. If you want to see the next video... Okay, they've been on the island for 1 day and 1 night. Take note of the half moon as well, it'll be important.
My bait is too adorable to eat.
Because of all the creatures having mask faces like this, it's called Mask Island. I'm pretty sure that name is only spoken once throughout the actual episodes, and I couldn't tell you when. All of the other times I've heard it was in official descriptions and stuff.
I catch, you cook.
True, breaking those stereotypical gender roles. It's also an early look into Lars's seemingly only hobby of cooking. It comes up later and becomes a pretty important plot point. I'd be worried about eating tropical fish, though. There's some kind of toxin that tropical fish can have that can make you sick. Sick enough that on a desert island like this, you'd probably die. Maybe if Steven's healing powers were working, I wouldn't be pointing this out, but they don't right now. These assholes are done for, realistically. Lars's voice actor's fake laugh got a lot better since the last time, goddamn. I pointed out how bad it was back in Coach Steven, and it's like they retroactively went and improved it for me. How the fuck? Now that's non-Euclidean. Okay, a second day and night has passed when Steven starts singing. Count with me, watch the daylight. We're at day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The song goes on a little bit, then it's day 8, and then by the end of the song it's at 9. 9 days, and the gems don't show up. They seemingly don't look for the warp pad at all. When they return, in the next few episodes, there's no mention of them being gone, no parents or gems freaking out, no angry customers wanting donuts and coffee, and worst of all, the moon stays half full for 9 days straight. This continuity is fucked. It's like this episode is completely disconnected from the rest of the show, which is weird because this scar that Sadie gets sticks around for the rest of the show. This is canon, this all happened, but it just doesn't fit.
Isn't it nice to find yourself somewhere different? Whoa, why don't you let yourself just be wherever you are?
On a more positive note, I really like this song. I think it's one of the more underrated ones in the show, and matches Steven's register a lot better than that last one, by a long shot. Not to mention, the visuals are awesome. The visuals in this whole episode are awesome. Everything's so pretty. They did a really good job making it look like a pleasant place to be stranded. This is not the last time Steven wears a skirt, not by quite a lot. I hope he's still wearing underwear beneath that.
Dumb piece of junk. No bars. No bars! No bars! Ah!
9 days, and Lars's phone can still turn on? Mine dies after 2 days. You also gotta remember, this episode came out in 2014, when phone batteries probably lasted 12 hours tops. I'm telling you, the timescale makes everything fall apart in this episode. Take away that shot of the days and nights flashing by, and it pretty much fixes all of that.
Do you ever get lonely, even when you're around people?
This is kind of a fucked up scene when you know that Sadie orchestrated this. I'll have more to say that in a little bit when she reveals it, but putting Lars in a situation where he's desperate and vulnerable is downright evil.
Steven, how long have you been watching us?
Exactly 30 seconds ago, you could hear Steven strumming his ukulele in the background, so I'd say he's been sitting there for just over 30 seconds. Is this pile of sticks and leaves only here so the invisible gem monster can smash through it? Also, how in the 9 days that they've been on this island do they not run into this gem monster? It's not a big island. You could walk around the shore in an hour, probably less. Watch this. Clear, 3 frames, boom, thunderstorm. Cartoon logic, I guess. I just noticed that the shirt Sadie is wearing is the shirt that Lars had on when they warped here. It's also the shirt that Buck Dewey called nasty. This is Sadie's unforgivable moment. A lot of characters have moments like this, but compared to every other moment like that, Sadie's is absolutely the worst, most unforgivable. This is different from Greg lying to Steven and messing up his powers, or in a later episode where Amethyst traumatizes Greg, or in another one, Pearl lies to Garnet to enjoy fusing with her. Those situations didn't involve putting people in life-threatening danger. This episode brings Sadie down to the lowest rungs of characters in the show. And the way the show doesn't keep her accountable, they play it off like it was a joke, like Sadie was actually doing something to help Lars.
Are you insane? You trapped me on an island so you could come on to me.
You kissed me on the mouth!
No, I think Lars had it right. I don't want to turn this into a political conversation, but imagine if the roles were reversed here. If Lars was the one to hide the warp pad so he could spend time on the island with Sadie, do you think this episode would have played out the same way? Do you think it would have even made it to TV? This episode makes me hate Sadie. Worst character in the show after this, genuinely. Maybe not worst character, but definitely the most unlikable. On a lighter note, here's a rare instance of Steven having diamond eyes.
Sadie! Use your fish murdering skills!
This is one of those lines that was cut in a lot of international airings of the show, which sucks because this line is hilarious. If an untrained human can take down a gem monster with a pointy stick, think of how difficult colonizing Earth would have been when there were thousands of pointy stick-wielding humans running around. And bows and arrows, too. Imagine gems trying to colonize Earth in current year. Of all the weapons gems have, even in later seasons, I think humans have them beat.
The gems are gonna be so impressed. We captured a gem all by ourselves!
Steven kind of felt like a background character in this episode. Not that he's out of character or anything, just that other than him warping them here, he doesn't play a particularly important role. This is one of those instances where the point of view rule forces Steven into another character's story, where he just kind of stands around and doesn't do anything. It's very awkward, and it happens a lot in the Townie episodes. Strangely enough, even after all the points I had to complain about, after all the points I made about the time scale and Sadie's characters, I still have to say that I like this episode. Despite feeling disconnected, the writing felt great. The characters talk and act like real people in this one, a far cry from the last episode where the gems were acting like children. Lars and Sadie's relationship is extremely complex and borderline abusive. Toxic is probably a good word for it. And this episode does a good job portraying it. This episode didn't have a happy ending. Lars and Sadie ended up just as bad, if not worse, than they were at the beginning. Other than that, the visuals and environment in this episode are fantastic. The way the characters get progressively more disheveled as time passes is really cool. The song is the cherry on top. It's kind of symbolic as well. Let yourself be whoever you are, and Sadie shows her true colors as a psycho. They do so much damage control in future episodes to try to build her back up. And if you want to see new episodes a week before they premiere on YouTube, you can subscribe to my Patreon for just a couple bucks. The link is in the description, as always. Shoutouts to my Journeyman patrons, Anri Wickers, Boomblorp, Cinderant, Scala LD, and the Tamara. Also shoutouts to these apprentice patrons. Next episode is a weird one.